So at 6 tonight, it's designed to be a lifeline, but is the National Human Trafficking Hotline doing enough to help victims? That organization operates. The service is now under fire for what it's not reporting to law enforcement.
Tonight, 10 Tampa Bay anchor Josh Dorowitz found a proposal to address this is getting some unlikely pushback.
Yeah, their change is meant to make sure police are always involved if someone calls the hotline. But some worry it could wind up hurting those who most need the help. For Aubree Alles, it's a call that ultimately saved her life.
I always viewed it as, if you need help, here it is. And that's how it opened the door.
That call was to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, created by Congress in 2007. For Alice, it was a safe haven after spending 10 years trapped by her trafficker.
After I got out, I needed services. Where am I going to live? My whole life has been flipped. So I was able to reach out to them for things like that.
But now the nonprofit Polaris Project, which operates the hotline, is under fire by dozens of attorneys general, including Florida's Ashley Moody, for its policy of not reporting every tip called in to law enforcement unless it involves minors, an immediate threat, or if the caller gives permission. A bipartisan effort is now underway in Congress to change that.
There's a universe of information that's very important information that they aren't currently passing on to law enforcement.
Florida Republican Congresswoman Laurel Lee is co-sponsoring the bill to mandate that every tip be reported. It's a proposal that's getting pushback from unlikely sources.
If it's made mandatory, the number of calls will drop drastically.
Survivors like Alice.
I think tip line, crime, law enforcement, and I've never viewed it as that. As a survivor, if I were to hear just that term alone, I would automatically shut down.
Arrested dozens of times for prostitution while she was trafficked, Alice says her view of law enforcement as an advocate now is much different from what it was back then. She fears required reporting could scare people away from making the same call she did. In a statement, Polaris argues the hotline is not primarily a law enforcement tip line, but works with victims to determine what they need to begin to break free and rebuild their lives.
There's an important place for that too. But this hotline in particular is designed to be a really important tool for law enforcement.
I asked the Congresswoman if we could connect Aubree with her office to discuss some of her concerns, so we will be doing that. If you or someone you know needs help, the National Human Trafficking Hotline is available 24/7. Florida does have its own state hotline that already reports directly to local law enforcement. I'm Josh Dorowitz, 10 Tampa Bay.